Okay, this morning I painted on the background, got it good and wet now. I think I'm about to get this pot in around pretty much so. Probably still have a little more to do on it, but look folks, let me tell you something. I really don't know what I'm doing, so I will eventually, but it's just going to take me a little time to become more proficient in doing this, and I think that I will really enjoy it. I might do this even after this virus deal is over with. I might still do some of this kind of stuff. I like it. But I know I'm making a few mistakes here and there on it, but we want to start. I worked a little bit on the pot yesterday, and I think I've got it pretty much like I want it as far as shape is concerned. I still need to do some more stuff in here, but I think it's pretty good. I'm enjoying doing what I'm doing, and I'm pretty enjoying it, and so I might, like I said, I might end up doing some more of this kind of stuff. So I'm gonna start working on the oranges today, and the grapes. And by the way, the Lord used me as His agent, His death angel, and took the wasp up yesterday. He's in wasp heaven now, and bless his heart, he was eating my grape. I mean, I can't have that. And besides that, I don't like them. But anyway, here we go. So I'm going to start with this orange that's over here. And I'm going to start, of course, with the dark. I always paint dark to light. And because this orange is so warm that I can afford to make the shadow part side a little bit on the warmer side. So I'm going to take a little terrosa and put a little of that raw umber in it, just to make it a little more on the warm side. Now, also, I've already today painted the background, and so it's wet. So that's good. That's a good thing, because I can lose some edges with it. So here we go with this. This is the dark side of the orange, and I can lighten it a little bit later if I want to. All right, now, so that's that side, and now we're going to put a little cadmium yellow deep in there. I need to put some on the palette here. I forgot to put some out. So you're going to do this. We're going to make it, I don't want it to be as warm and light as it's going to be. The light's coming in from the left. It's the lightest right here, but it immediately starts getting darker. So I'm going to go from light to maybe an intermediate or a medium value and intensity, and I'm going to pull that into this dark over here. Once again, I'm shoveling it on there, and I'm just going to pull it right up there to it. And then I can, and see, I also got some reflective. You can't see it, and I can't show it to you right now. I'm not going to. I'm going to eventually have 2 cameras. I've got 2 cameras. I'm not employing them now, but I'm gonna get somebody that knows how to do it to where I can have one camera on the palette and one as I'm painting on the canvas. That way you can see me mixing paints. Also, I always use Elizabeth because she does a lot of these YouTube things, and but she has on her deal, she has one camera on the palette, one camera on the setup, and one camera on the painting. And like I said, I don't know how that's done right now, but I'm going back and get some of this darker color and putting in there. I need to clean my paintbrush off though. The one, the demo that I did yesterday was 40 minutes long also. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but right now, another thing I want to do here is to get what's around there. This is wet, but this is not wet, so I'm going to, it's going to be the darkest right here. I'm going to get that wet so that I can lose this edge over here. This comes on down here. Okay, I need to make some table color, so I've got some made right here, but I need to maybe put a little more raw lumber in it. Give me a little smaller brush to go into there. I don't want to get in front of the camera again. I'm learning. Slow, but I'm learning. Okay, we want to maybe get just a little bit darker back here. Not much. I guess I probably ought to mix up some more of that light color. Because I need to lose this as it comes on down here. I'm going to make that a little bit wider right there. This kind of glazing this in here now with this darker color. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I can lose this edge now. I'm going to use just a little bit more of that dark and kind of work it into that edge right there. Kind of lose it. This side over here can be a little bit a little harder if we wanted to. I need to kind of lose this edge right here. Okay, now let's and I'm not going to do it right now though, but I'm going to eventually I'm going to eventually go do something. I don't know what I was gonna say. I guess it's just one of those senior moments, I guess. Eventually I'm going to put the grapes in there, but see, it's the darkest right up under here where it's absent of any light. Okay, but then as it comes on out here, the light's sneaking around there. And actually this shadow and this shadow meet up. Okay, now like I said, this is the darkest area that I'm going to be using. And it's darker under here, and this has got to be lost too. All of this side and underneath it has got to be lost. Let me tell you, this is comes up a little bit right there. Now, this is the intermediate color right here. Now, it starts to get a little bit warmer and lighter. So basically what I'm looking at is that those edges, how it relates to that, the negative area, that's which is behind all of this. And it could be even lighter than that, and I'm going to do that in a minute. In a minute, and a minute, and a minute. Sometimes I forget that I'm filming and I just say stuff that's kind of stupid, so just kind of bear with me. I'm going to lighten that a little bit I don't want to put white in it. White kills it. So I'm going to put just a little bit of yellow pale in it. And it's, the light's coming in this way and it's hitting this edge, and then it immediately starts getting dark. The light starts going away from it. So I'm putting it on the end of my brush, shoving it on, and I'm letting the canvas, that's in this case a board, take it off. Okay. Now, I have a ridge right here, which I do not want because that stops it too much. So I'm going to take me a little dark here, and I'm going to just kind of take that off a little bit right there. Let's see. Get that right there. I might have to repaint this background again, so I already painted it 3 times. 3 times, 3 times. Okay. I'll pull this out in here like this also. And I'm going to take just some pure yellow, cadmium yellow, and I'm going to put right here. That lightens it, but yet it keeps it warm. Keeps it warm. But it lightens it too. Okay, so I'm going to take just a little bit of this green right here, mix it into that raw umber, and then I'm just going to do this number right here. Probably needs to be just a little bit darker. A little bit darker. And then we got to get a little of this, maybe just a little bit of this white. That's too white, too white. And we'll just do this number right like such. Take a little of this intermediate value, put me a little indentation right there, and then we can maybe put a little lighter and warmer right here. Get me another brush here. Try that one right there. Okay. Take some of that color, that table color, kind of lose some of this. We need to also put a little bit more shadow underneath it, like right here. And we're going to end up putting a grape right here, so I'm not worried too much about that. I'm thinking that we can make me up some more table color here. And what I usually use, just all depends on the light source, of course, but I use raw sienna and a little raw umber. kind of a neutral color. Then I'm shoveling it on, putting it down there, and I'm of course probably going to end up putting I don't know, I might put the end of the table in there or not, I don't know. I might just let it fall on off right here. Put a little reflection up here,